All right, guys, we're at Bolt in Verona. Just quick. This hasn't been demoed or cleaned out yet, so it's going to be a little interesting video here. But we got two front doors. Unfortunately, we're just going to leave them. But screen doors, as usual, take those off. We'll get some fresh paint on these, on the trim gun around it and everything. We'll probably just put a disc light up here. So this door is going into the kitchen. The other one goes into the living room, so we're going to go through this one. Real quick, flooring wise in the kitchen, peeled up some of this carpet. So this whole dining room kitchen area is going to be our black LVT in here. Everywhere else is going to be to be determined. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of shit in this house. Maybe hardwood floor, maybe LVP. We'll see how it goes. All the windows are going to be replaced in here. Dougie's going to measure those. As far as a just quick kitchen rundown, we're kind of doing what they did, just not connecting everything with the corners. We're going to have a peninsula come out. It's going to stick out a little further with our sink and dishwasher in there. And then pretty similar back here with the cabinet, stove, cabinet, fridge, cabinet. We'll get you the drawing on that, but it's a pretty simple one. Disc lights and things, normal plugs and switches. Ryan getting power onto that back wall for outlets and stuff. It's pretty sparse right now, so we have to do some of that. As far as this living room goes, we have access to the attic. This is a ranch. Let's get a ceiling light in here. A lot of times with these, one of these switches will do outside and one of them will do an outlet probably under the window. We can rewire that in a way that the outlet is always hot, and then we just drop a feed from our ceiling light down here and reuse that switch location. So let's get a little creative with that. If you need help on that, let me know, but we do that one all the time. Quick note, all doors, trim, baseboard, casing, everything, really good shape. We're not going to touch them. We're not going to paint them. There's no holes, nothing's broken. We may need to fix some tracks on these bypass doors for the closets, but otherwise, don't get paint on them, don't fuck them up. They're in really good shape, so it's surprising this house is a shithole, but those are nice. Half bath on the master. We are going to remove toilet, remove sink, and we are going to do our concrete feather finish on just the tile and below, black LVT on the floor. So, Matt, we're going to have to remove all of the accessories and patch those before we get a scratch coat on things. And what we're going to do is actually, so we don't have to mess with this curve at the top here, we're going to run some maple 1x, almost like a chair rail around the top. And then we'll just finish from there down. That gives us a space to kind of pack that feather finish in and just come straight down. Gives a nice modern look. When we get to this light switch, once we get our 1x on here, it's going to impede a little bit. If we have to move this box up, let's move it up. Now that I'm looking at it closely, we may have to move the box up. If we're able to get away with just cutting the wall plate, we can do that too, but I think we're going to have to move this up. When we're doing the black LVT in here with our feather finish, we're going to do black LVT, get it tight, like get this tight to the walls, and then we will do some kind of real thin, maybe like a lattice that we glue to the feather finish when we're finished with that, because we don't want like a big baseboard on there. So let's get this black LVT tight in here. Moving on down the hallway here. Just normal disc light and stuff. We'll get this thermostat changed. I just had a whole conversation with you guys about doorbells, so let's be diligent about those. This bedroom, pretty simple. You're gonna have a couple holes to patch once all this stuff gets removed here, but disc light, the plaster work is really nice, so we don't have to touch it. And once again, don't touch the doors. Just check the tracks on these bypass doors. Because once this carpet gets removed, I'm sure they're going to get broken. Another bedroom, it's same kind of thing. Leave the doors, disc light. It's our full bath. We're gonna get all of this tile will be removed during demo. Tub will be out. There is wallpaper on the top half, so I just had this on another job. You can easily just pull this wallpaper off. Don't have to go crazy thinking about getting the glue off and everything, because once this tile's peeled off, we can just use fiber fuse and go over the whole thing. We'll get our tub, you get your tub placed, fiber fuse everything, then you can red guard right over that, and then you can, you know, texture or smooth, or, you know, finish off however you want to finish off in here. But we got a disc light, we got a vanity light. We're gonna be putting in vanity here. So yeah, toilet, regular things there. We're down in the basement. Got two sections of basement down here. We have the unfinished utility room. So let's get our dryer hookups and washer hookups with the laundry tub here. We're gonna leave this window alone. Reuse that vent for the dryer. We'll probably do a different layout here that makes a little more sense than this whole thing coming all the way over here like this. We can talk about that. There is a little shower back here that also houses the water main. We're just gonna leave it as is. We'll probably end up painting the floor. As you can tell, Bulldogs here digging up. So they're gonna dig up a little more, and it's gonna function properly as a drain. But we're not gonna do anything crazy or fancy in here. Let's just get a couple copper clamps and secure this shower head to the wall. Coming into the other section, we have a little finished game room section here. Once again, plaster is really nice on the ceiling. So let's just disc light, and leave that alone. As far as the paneling goes, it's in pretty good shape other than like this back little section here. So let's see if we can clean it up a little bit, whether we get spray some RMR on it or something else to clean some of this stuff off. If we have to paint it, we'll paint it, but that's really the only section. Everything else is pretty good. So, I mean, if we can leave it, that's, you know, that's a win right there. This window will also, this is a huge window for the basement, will also be getting replaced. We're gonna add a deadbolt to this door, get rid of that, add a deadbolt, normal kind of stuff there. But once again, even this door, this is a hefty door right here. Damn, that's solid. Door to garage is not solid, unlike that one. So as usual, we'll be putting a solid door in here. In the garage, just a heads up, we're gonna get a new garage door opener. This one's broken, the pieces are broken off, springs are really old. These two windows here are fine, we're gonna leave them. No glass block, just leave them as is. We got a brand new electrical panel. Ryan, everything is labeled and very nice. I am confused about this surge current thing here. I've never seen that before. It's these two, so let's just leave that alone. But you've got space to add if you need to add something. But yeah, nice new Murray panel. I have a ton of Murray breakers. If you end up needing some, just let me know. I will get those to you.